Welcome to this lesson on understanding service quality. In this lesson we will look at a number of models of service quality, to get an understanding of what we mean when talking about quality in customer service. So, let's get started. In this unit, we will look at the concept of service quality. First, we will look at some definitions of service quality. And then, we will look at a number of models of service quality. Service is an intangible quality that customers judge for themselves. So customer service is about perceptions. Service quality is used in business to refer to the assessment of how satisfying a service is, according to the customer's expectations. Service quality is achieved by comparing the expected service to the service currently being offered. Customer service really matters. When consumers receive good service, they tell 10 people about it. When they receive poor service, they tell 20 people about it. Even when a customer has a complaint, if the business handles it promptly and efficiently, 80% of customers will continue to deal with that company. Some people are so unhappy with the customer service they receive from businesses. They look for alternatives. Around 25 out of 100 customers will look elsewhere. Only one of those customers will tell the business that they are dissatisfied. Another consideration in customer satisfaction is the cost of losing customers. It costs 5 times more to attract a new customer than it does to keep the one you have. So ensure your current customers are happy with your service. All customers are equal, but some are more equal than others. The top 20% of customers tend to generate the lion's share of profits. Companies only break even on the spending of the middle 60%. And the bottom 20% of your customers generate a loss. Quality customer service is a vital ingredient in a company's ability to maintain profitability and continued success in business. Not only does quality customer service build loyalty for both company and product, above all other forms of marketing, it almost guarantees a company's viability in today's diverse and competitive market. According to Riechel, creating value for customers builds loyalty, and loyalty in turn builds growth, profit, and more value. There are a number of well-known models of service quality. In this course, we will look at a few. The 5 Ps model, the ServQual model, the 7 Pillars model, and the UK Customer Service Excellence Standard. Additionally, many industries have their own approaches to service quality. In this unit, we will look briefly at the service quality dimensions for healthcare. The model distinguishes the 5 main factors of customer service excellence, which directly impact and determine customer satisfaction. Products or services are the key reason why customers are engaging with the organization, and build loyalty or cause customers to leave to the competitors. The premises are major contributory factors to the customer's overall impression of the business, and can act as major attractors to new customers. Processes are one of the most crucial elements in the delivery of service excellence and customer satisfaction. Customers expect a satisfactory outcome after completing a transaction with the organization, and it is the efficiency and effectiveness of the processes that contribute greatly to the expected outcome. People are the main resource of an organization. Their knowledge, competence and skills can positively influence the service quality performance and the success of the organization. And finally, policies form the guide to action. Policies are the overall enabler and conditioner of the other 4 Ps, and the basis for the allocation of resources, such as time, money and effort etc., to the achievement of the organization's service excellence goals. The ServQual model was developed in the mid-80s by Zitamel, Parasharaman and Berry, who found 5 dimensions customers use when evaluating service quality. These are tangibles: the appearance of physical facilities, equipment, personnel, and communication materials. Reliability: the ability to perform the promised service dependably and accurately. Responsiveness: the willingness to help customers and provide prompt service. Assurance: the level of knowledge and courtesy of employees, and their ability to convey trust and confidence and empathy. The caring, individualized attention the firm provides its customers. Interestingly, not all dimensions in the model are equal. All dimensions are important to customers, but some more than others. Service providers need to know which are which to avoid focusing on the wrong service dimension. At the same time, they can't focus on only one dimension and let the others suffer. ServQual research showed the relative importance of the dimensions to each other by asking customers to assign 100 points across all 5 dimensions. This chart illustrates their importance to customers. The 7 dimensions of service quality model was developed by Robert S. Russell and Bernard W. Taylor. This model proposed 7 dimensions including time and timeliness, completeness, courtesy, consistency, accessibility, accuracy, and responsiveness. Yet another model is the Customer Service Excellence Standard. According to the owners of the Customer Service Excellence Standard, the Cabinet Office, the government wants services for all that are efficient, effective, excellent, equitable and empowering, with the citizen always and everywhere at the heart of service provision. With this in mind, the standard was developed to provide a practical tool for driving customer-focused change within an organization. The foundation of this tool is the standard, which is designed to allow organizations to self-assess their capability in relation to customer-focused service delivery, identifying areas and methods for improvement. The first criterion is customer insight. This criterion focuses on the importance of developing an in-depth understanding of your customers. This includes consulting customers and using the information you receive to design and provide services. It also covers the importance of monitoring the outcomes of your services and whether customers are satisfied with them. Understanding customers in this way is essential for service providers, enabling them to raise their standards and levels of service and continue to build on this success. It is also about having the ability to use that information and developing a culture within your organization that values this kind of understanding and constantly looks to improve. The second criterion in this model is the culture of the organization. A customer-focused culture can be challenging, but at its core is our business model, based on a detailed understanding of customers. This criterion is concerned with the support for customer-focused approaches throughout the organization, so that excellent service is delivered to all customers. Also included here are 2 of the key drivers relating to staff behavior, professionalism and attitude. These have been brought together and reinforced by a requirement that this approach is fully supported by the leadership team. Taken together, these elements should help to build and develop a customer-focused culture that supports improved service delivery. And criterion 3 relates to information and access. We know that information is vital to customers. They particularly value accurate and detailed information, and this criterion aims to make sure that we have this in mind in everything we do. As a result, we need to focus on making sure that we consider this as part of an effective communication plan for consulting and involving customers, rather than seeing communications as a one-off exercise. Customers also tell us that one of the most frustrating parts is not being kept informed about what is happening. Because of this, communication policy is very important. The fourth criterion 4 relates to service delivery. A vital part of any organization is how successfully it achieves its main business aims. This is, of course, also very important to the customers of those organizations. As a result, this criterion relates to how you carry out your main business, the outcomes for the customer, and how you manage any problems that arise. This criterion focuses on the outcome of your organization's main business, and whether you keep to the promises you have made to individual customers. It also relies on customers' views about the outcomes of your services, rather than just focusing on the main indicators your organization uses to measure its performance. You should use the complaints you receive about the way you provide services and any dips in your performance to make sure customers receive the service you have promised them. Criterion 5 is about timeliness and the quality of service. This criterion looks in more detail at the standards you have relating to how you carry out your main business. It draws heavily on what users have identified as the most important factors of excellent customer service. The primary focus here is on the timeliness and quality of the service. In the framework, these are considered to be the 2 most tangible and measurable dimensions of service effectiveness. However, customer service contexts are different. The dimensions of service quality in an airline can be quite different from those in a hospital or other public sector organization. Coddington and Moore identified 5 service quality dimensions for hospitals and the healthcare industry, including warmth, caring, and concern, the medical staff, the technology and equipment, Specialization, that is the services available. And the quality of outcomes. As a manager, one of the ways you can make a real contribution to the success of service operations is how you manage your people. The human equation really matters in service quality. This diagram illustrates this principle. Engaged employees are more motivated and more productive, and consequently deliver better results, that is, more satisfied customers. Effective leadership engages employees. A Gallup survey of 2012 into employee engagement classified employees into 3 types. Engaged employees work with passion and feel a profound connection to their company. Engaged employees account for about 29% of the workforce. Not engaged employees are essentially checked out, sleepwalking through their working day. Not engaged employees typically account for 55% of the workforce. And actively disengaged employees, who aren't just unhappy at work, they're busy acting out their unhappiness. Actively disengaged employees typically account for 16% of the workforce. And a Chartered Institute of Personnel and Development survey of the same year found that only 37% of employees had confidence in their senior management team. Only 34% of employees trusted their senior managers. 42% didn't feel they were kept well informed about what's going on in their organization. 30% indicate that their manager rarely or never gives feedback on their performance. 25% felt completely undervalued. And only 50% of employees feel that their senior managers have a clear vision of where the organization is going. Service quality, as we mentioned earlier, is very much about perception. Very often there is a gap between what customers expect in terms of quality of service and the service they actually receive. This is known as the service quality gap. The ServQual model is based on this service perception gap. The 5 gaps which the authors of ServQual identified are: Gap 1, between consumer expectation and management perception of service quality. Gap 2, between management perception and service quality specification. Gap 3, between service quality specification and service delivery. Gap 4, between service delivery and external communication. And Gap 5, between expected service and experienced service. We will look at the ServQual model in more detail in Unit 8. The quality of customer service has become a vital determinant of the viability of companies and public sector organizations today. There are a number of models of customer service quality, which can be used by the organization to set standards for measuring service quality, which we will look at in Unit 4. A number of models are used in the benchmarking of service quality, and others in the establishment of international standards for service excellence, which we will look at in Unit 5. Service quality is very much based on customer perceptions. The gaps between what customers and other stakeholders in the provision of service experience is an extremely helpful tool in identifying opportunities for service improvement. In Unit 8, we would examine how we can use this model to start improving service quality. There are a number of activities to complete for this unit. Take the time to complete these in your manual. In this way, you will better learn from and retain the knowledge covered in this unit.